Hello boys and girls, today is Wednesday and we're gonna begin by completing page 130. That's the page that we are going to start working on today. So if you already located this page on your packet, I want you to write your name and last name, please. Go ahead and write your name and last name. Boys and girls, on this page, we are going to go back to the story and we're going to read pages 136 through 137. Then we are going to draw a tree over here with leaves and roots. We're going to use green arrows to show how food moves on the tree. And we're going to use blue arrows to show how water moves on the tree as well. So before we draw our picture, before we draw our diagram, let's go ahead and take a look at page 136 and 134. So page 136 says, roots do something more. They take water from the ground. They carry the water into the trunk of the tree. The trunk carries the water to the branches. The branches carry the water to the leaves. So it's a machine, right? It's like a machine. It does a bunch of things. First we have the roots taking the water from the ground, and then that water moves up. Now that is out of the trunk, the branches are the ones in charge of moving all the water to the leaves, to the smaller branches first and then to the leaves. And that's how water gets to every corner of that tree. Let's continue reading over here. Now, it says hundreds and hundreds of leaves grow on the branches. The leaves make food from water and air. They make food when the sun shines. The food goes into the branches. It goes into the trunk and roots. It goes to every part of the tree. So now the same thing happens, but instead of happening from the ground, like the water, when the water is coming in, everything comes from the ground and it goes up to the tree. No, now it's gonna happen the other way around. Don't forget, all the water went to the leaves, and then the leaves get the sunlight with the air that is everywhere, but we cannot see the sunlight and the water that came in already. The leaves now become the cooks. The cook is the person who makes the food, right? So that's what the leaves are doing. The leaves are making food for the entire tree. Now, since the leaves are over here on the top, the leaves have to send down the food. They're going to send down the food to the branches, and then the branches will take the food to the trunk. So you see, there are two ways. One way is in for the water and the nutrients, and the second way is down from the leaves to the trunk. All right, boys and girls, so it's time for us to draw our tree. And I recommend we make a thick trunk. Not a very thin one, but a thick one. So this is gonna be our trunk. You see, very easy trunk. And now we're gonna draw the roots. So the roots are like hairs, right? And you cannot see the roots on the trees. Why we cannot see them? Well, we cannot see them because they are underground, right? So we're gonna say that these are the roots. These are the roots of the trees. And now we're gonna draw the branches. We can draw the branches. And we can draw, these are gonna be the leaves. There are thousands and thousands of leaves on these part of the trees. So now that you have your tree, boys and girls, I want you to do it with pencil. Why do I want you to do this one with pencils? Because we're gonna be drawing arrows now. So just to remind you, we're gonna use green arrows to show how food moves. And then we're gonna use blue arrows to show how water moves. So the first one is gonna be the green to show But I would like to do the water first because the tree needs water in order to make food. I want to use blue for the water first. So the water, it's not inside the tree. The tree needs water. So the one after it rains, the tree's roots, they swallow in all the water. The water is on the ground, on the floor. And here we go. We're gonna draw the arrows around the roots because the roots are taking in all the water and the nutrients that they can find. And once the roots take it into the trunk, now the trunk is the one that moves and moves all the water in. So that's why we're using blue for the water. So you see, the branches are moving now the water into the leaves. All the water is going into the leaves so the leaves can cook the food for the tree. So the water is finally in. Now you're going to need to use your green crayon because now the leaves made the food. And now the leaves want to send all the food to the trunk and to the roots. All right, so this is the food now. The food that the leaves made with what? With the sunlight. We can draw the sun here. So this is the sun. The sun gave its sunlight to the tree, and it also, the water was over here. Let's see if we can draw the water over here. You can see that there's a river. Oh, sorry about that. There's a river nearby, right? So the tree is getting all the water from the river that is nearby. Now the leaves use the sunlight and they also use the water that came into the tree, and also the air. Air, we cannot see it. We can only see it when it moves the branches of the tree. Now that the food is ready, the leaves are going to send the food down because they don't want to keep all the food. They want to send it down to the branches, down to the trunk. So everyone in the tree can have food. Everyone can grow, right? Not only the leaves are the ones that grow. The tree trunk also grows. So it first goes from the food that the leaves made, goes from the leaves to the branches, from the leaves to the branches, and then from the branches it all goes to the trunk. So it's like a two-way traffic. The up way is for the water to take and for the nutrients to take them in, and the down way, it's for the food that the leaves make. All right, boys and girls, so if you want to pause the video now, you can do so. And we are moving on to our next page as soon as we are ready, or you are ready. All right, boys and girls, so if you want to pause the video now, you can move on to our next page. Our next page is going to be page 131, and we're going to continue looking at our textbook. We're going to need our textbook again. So I need you to write your name and last name at the top of the page, please. Go ahead and write your name and last name at the top of the page. And let's see what it says. It says, read pages 128 through 147. We are going to draw the apple tree in each season. Start with spring. Write the name of each season. So we're going to write the names of the seasons, and it says that to begin with spring. But I have a good reason not to begin with spring. And my reason is because that's not the order in which the book goes, in which the story goes. So I want to begin with summer. That's going to be our first season, summer. This is how you spell summer. And I'm going to show you, boys and girls, a picture of the apple tree in summer. And it is right here on the same page that we were looking at before. I want you to look at this page, boys and girls. Look at all those green leaves. This is a picture of the apple tree in summer. We're going to go back and we are going to draw an apple tree during summer. You can use your pencil, and then after you finish drawing your picture, we can color it. So during summer, boys and girls, it rains a lot. So it's a good time for the tree to grow and become taller. And also, where's my green crayon? Okay, I just found it. Sorry about that. Okay, so it's a good time for a bunch of leaves to grow in branches also. So this is our first tree, our tree in summer. Does it have apples yet? No. Summer is not apple time. No yet. But it will be soon, because the next season, I'm going to show you the next season. Let's see if I can show you the next season. Yes, the next season is right here. The next season, boys and girls, is apple season, and that is fall. And it says here, fall comes and winter is near. The work of the leaves is over. The leaves turn yellow and brown. The leaves die and fall to the ground. So the leaves don't need to make any more food for the tree. So now we're gonna draw another tree, and this tree, by the way, is gonna be in fall. Fall is the name of this season. Now this tree has apples now. So now it's bigger because it grew over the summer. We're gonna draw the apples on the tree. We're gonna try to draw a bunch of yummy apples. And then you can draw the tree trunk. You can color it brown. And then the leaves are still, there's something with the leaves. They said that the leaves change color. What color did the leaves change to? It says the leaves turn yellow and brown. So let's go back, and we're gonna mix yellow and brown. The apples are there already, right? Let's mix a little bit of yellow and brown. Maybe we can do yellow, and then we'll do a little bit of brown too. Okay. So the tree doesn't have green leaves anymore because now it's fall. Alright, so we're moving on to our next season. Let's see which one is the next season. So here we have the apple tree in fall. It gave its apples, and now its leaves are turning yellow and brown and red. But now the next season came, and that season is winter. What happened to the tree? Well, all the red, the yellow, and the brown leaves fell. And now this is what we have left. Do we have any leaves? No, no leaves, just empty branches. So for our next season, it's going to be winter. That's what we're going to write down now. It's going to be winter. And then this is going to be our tree. Our tree is not going to have any leaves now. Just the branches. Just the branches, a few branches. You can actually shade the branches however you want, right? That tree didn't come out as nice as I thought it would be. But it's okay. The important thing is that it has no leaves. That's what happened to the apple tree during winter. No leaves. So far we have summer, we have fall, and then we have winter. The tree doesn't have apples, and it doesn't have leaves. It looks like it's dead, right? But it is not. You're gonna see why. It says, now the tree is bare. All winter it looks dead, just like I was telling you. But the tree is not dead. Under its coat of bark, the tree is alive. So let's continue to our last season, because there's only 4 seasons every year. Ooh, let's see if you can tell me what season is this. Let's see if I can fix the page. What season do you think is this, boys and girls? There's no more snow, and the snow that is left is kind of melting everywhere into puddles. And the rainbow, there's a rainbow and a lot of rain, and we can see the sun shining over here as well. So what season do you think is this? If you said spring, you are very right. It says spring comes again. Rain falls. And the rain, boys and girls, brings something very special to the tree. It brings life to the tree again, because new leaves are growing on this tree. And everything, boys and girls, repeats again. After spring comes summer, after summer goes fall, and then after fall goes winter. But this time we're gonna focus on spring. This is our last picture and our last season, spring. And on spring, we still have, we have no big leaves, no apples yet, but we still have, we have a few leaves growing, right? So I think this one came out a little bit better. So our tree, oh, by the way, we should have colored this one brown, right? Because the tree trunk is so brown. Sometimes the tree trunk, they look kind of black too. That's weird. They have different type of colors. All right, so we're gonna color this tree trunk brown as well. This tree trunk is gonna be brown too. And it's gonna have, oh, what happened to my green? Come on, green crayon, don't run away from me. We have to draw little leaves. Little tiny leaves are growing on the branches. Soon the branches will be full of leaves because it's spring. It usually rains a lot during spring. And we get a lot of spring storms, right? Maybe you remember the other night we had a spring storm. I think it was Sunday night that it was a spring storm. All right, boys and girls. So these are our trees. This is the tree during summer. It doesn't have apples yet because the apples are going to come during the fall. But then the trees are not green anymore because it's fall. The leaves are changing color. And soon they all fall and the tree is bare for winter. After winter, boys and girls, the rain comes again and the tree gets new life in spring and new leaves start growing all over the tree. All right, boys and girls, so take your time to draw these pictures. If you can go ahead and write your name and last name at the top of this page as well. Name and last name at the top of this page too, please. If you need to, pause the video and then you can continue. Continue later. Well, for now, I'm going to turn the page. I assume that you already paused the video, you unpause the video, and now you're ready to continue with me. So now we're going to practice a little bit of our spelling words. Those spelling words that you have in the back of your packet and that you are practicing every day on Spelling City. Boys and girls, for our spelling words this week, we have 3 different diagrams that we are focusing on. We're focusing on double O, OU, and EW. All of these say U. Double O says U, OU says U, and EW says U. Let's go ahead and read our spelling words. So we have S, U, N, soon, N, U, new, N, U, N, noon, Z, U, zoo, B, U, T, boot, T, U, two. These two means also. M, U, N, moon, blue, 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 S, U, P, soup. And finally, our last word is you. So I want you to notice, boys and girls, in all of these spelling words, you can hear that U sound. But not all of them say you because the 2 O's. For example, soon has the 2 O's, moon has the 2 O's, zoo has the 2 O's, boot and also to have the 2 O's. Moon have the 2 O's, but look at the rest of them. That's it. There's no more. You see? So now we have EW. EW say U. OU say U. And EW over here again. Alright, boys and girls. And there's another OU over here. Boys and girls, what we're going to do today, and this is our last page for today, we are going to write each group of spelling words in ABC order. So we have 10 words. Our 10 words were divided into 2 groups of 5. The first group, we have soon, noon, boot, moon, and zoo. Do not forget, when you're writing words in alphabetical order, we need to pay extra special attention to the first letter on every word, because that's how we place them in alphabetical order. So let me grab my alphabet. I have it right here. This is the alphabet, and we are going to see, boys and girls. Let's take a look at the first list over here. Let's see. The first letter of the alphabet is A. Do you see any word that begins with A? No, right? There's no word that begins with A. But our next letter is letter B. Do you see any word that begins with letter B? B as in balloon and bear. Do you see any word? Yes, boot. Boot is a type of shoe that you can wear during winter. And there's also rain boots. Boot. You can go ahead and cross out the word boot because we already wrote it right there. Boys and girls, let's go ahead and move on to letter C. Letter C. Do you see any word that begins with letter C? No, there's not. After letter C goes letter D. Do you see any word that begins with letter D? No, there's no word that begins with letter D. After letter D goes letter E. Do you see any word that begins with letter E? I see. Letter E is a vowel. No. After letter E goes letter F. Do you see any word that begins with letter F? I see. No, there's not. Alright, boys and girls, after letter F goes letter G. Do you see any word that begins with letter G? Letter G. No, I don't see letter G. After letter G goes letter H. Do you see any word that begins with letter H? Let's go back and see. Do you see any word that begins with letter H? No, I don't. So we continue. After letter H goes letter I. Do you see any word that begins with letter I? No, there are no words that begin with letter I. After letter I goes letter J. Do you see any word that begins with letter J? No, there are no words that begin with letter J. Alright, after letter J goes letter K. Any word that begins with letter K? No, there's not. After letter K, there's letter L. Any word that begins with letter L? No. Now after letter L goes letter M. M for monkey. Do you see any word that begins with letter M? That is moon. Moon. So moon is our second word here. Moon. You already got two of them. Moon. This is moon. Alright, boys and girls. So we keep going to our next letter. Our next letter after M is N. Do you see any word that begins with letter N? There's only 3 words left. Sun, noon, and zoo. And it's actually noon, right? Noon is the one that begins with letter N. Noon. N. Noon is the one that begins with letter N. We can cross it out because we already used it. We only have 2 more left. Now that you only have 2 more, only 2 words left, I want you to take a look at them. One begins soon with letter S, and the other one, the last one, begins with letter Z. Now, I want you to ask yourself the question, what letter goes first in the alphabet? S or Z? And if we go to the alphabet, we can see, boys and girls, that letter S comes before letter Z. Letter Z is the last letter on the alphabet. So the word that begins with S goes before the word that begins with Z. So we come over here, we're going to write the word soon first. S, U, N, and then last we're going to write the word zoo. Zoo. And I want you to notice something, boys and girls. All the words here, all the words that we see on this side of the page have the vowel digraph double O, have the 2 O's. 2 O's, 2 O's, 2 O's, 2 O's, 2 O's. Let's read them together. We have B, U, T, boot. U, N, moon. N, U, N, noon. Z, no, I'm sorry. This is S. S, U, N, soon. And our last word is Z, U, zoo. So these are all the words that have that double O. Now, over here, boys and girls, we have the word to, blue or blue, you, new, and soup. And I want you, boys and girls, to try and write these words on alphabetical order on your own. Quiero que lo intenten solitos, okay? I'm going to get the alphabet over here on the screen. This is your alphabet. So if you want, you can pause the video and you can stay with the phone, keep the phone or the tablet, whatever you're using, or the computer on the picture of the alphabet. So you can use the same alphabet that I'm using to write these words in alphabetical order, in ABC order. So once again, this is the alphabet, and I want you to write these words. There's only 5 of them that you're going to write over here in alphabetical order. Quiero que solitos me escriban estas palabras en orden alfabético, la segunda lista. There's only 5 words. All right, so do the same thing that we did before. We begin with letter A. Is there anything that begin with letter A? If it's not, you move on to letter B, and then letter C. Do not forget to cross out the words that you've already used. So you don't have to worry about them anymore. You already used them. You already wrote them down. All right, boys and girls. And with the alphabetical order, we're going to stop for today for reading. Do not forget to do at least 10 minutes of iReady, and also to do your spelling city activity for today. You can do all games that you want, but first I want you to do the activities that I assign you. Okay? Well, see you later, boys and girls, because later we have to do math and science. Bye.